All right, Noreaga, Noreaga. Right. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Where is Capone and why is he missing in action?
Capone is incarcerated right now.
Okay.
He's incarcerated right now. He's in upstate New York right now.
Can we ask the crime? You said you was gonna give us the truth now.
It's just, I mean, you know, it's not like he's coming out with it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I mean, he's locked up for a little weapons charge. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
You know, a little weapons charge.
Now I know you guys talk to him on a regular. How is he feeling now about maybe having a weapon and you know, being charged for this crime and what he plans to do to change himself after he gets out of prison? What's the plan here?
I mean, I talk to him all the time, and he's just basically like, you know,
strong dude.
Yeah,
strong.
Before he went in, you know, a lot of things was going on. He didn't really have a chance to like put everything in perspective. So, and I don't want the viewers to take this the wrong way, but I respect him for saying something like this. He told me, he said, yo, son, he said, you know, like, he was like, you know, jail is not a place for anybody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a place for any civilized person or any person, you know what I'm saying, with an ounce of brain cells. But he was like, you know, I needed this time. You know what I'm saying? Not so much to be incarcerated, but he just needed that time to himself that on the streets he wasn't getting because he's in the studio. Then he's doing his little thing. He got his own personal life, you know, so he didn't really have that time to really just sit back and reflect on the things he was going through.
So he feels like this whole incident happened for a reason.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I respect him for the fact that he's what he's basically doing, he's becoming a man. Not saying he wasn't already a man, but he's becoming a man because he's realizing that, you know, you gotta more or less, you gotta think about a lot of things that you do because a lot of things have consequences. And these is not my words, these is his words.
Right.
These is things that sometimes I would tell him, but he's seeing it on his own now, and I respect that.
Right. You're checking this out, Rap City. Capone and Noreaga, new album, new single, Top of New York. Tradgedy's doing his thing, swerving it out with fellas. You know. Now, boys, tell me about this single, Top of New York. What's the deal?
What we claiming right now, Top
Banging.
of New York.
Okay.
That's what we claiming, yo.
Banging.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, is
it's
this
a good follow-up after L.A., you know what I'm saying?
Now, L.A. was the single that was on the charts for like 20-something weeks without a video? Or
Nah, that's Illegal Life.
Illegal Life is the one. Okay.
Yeah.
No video.
No video.
On the charts, non-stop, blowing up.
No doubt.
No doubt.
How important is video? Obviously, not that important, it seems, huh?
Nah, video's important, man. Play BT, show some love. Video's important.
Okay.
Keep it real.
You know.
Video's important, but we the type of, you know what I'm saying, machine. We the type of family that we gonna try to make it work regardless.
Right.
Like, you know, before we got with Penalty, which was a blessing, but before we got with Penalty, you know, we was basically making our own stickers, putting our own stickers up. You know what I'm saying? Going to the clubs, regulating, just jumping on the stage and performing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We got to get back on that, too. We're going to get back on that.
At Hot Night backstage, we had no deal. We just
Nothing.
jumped on
we just
stage.
Jumped on and regulated.
Buddha bar. We just was
Crowd
regulating.
just giving y'all love.
Yeah.
Before we got
you know
there.
So, videos, we're going to make it work regardless, man. I don't care how we got to do it. We just going to do it.
For real.
President of the company's here in the room. Are you listening to that?
No doubt.
Okay.
Neil Levine.
But Penalty, you know what I'm saying? Penalty's keeping it tight. Neil showed crazy support. Penalty, the whole staff showed crazy support with Capone. That alone impressed me.
Right.
Not that I was like, oh, they gonna kick us to the curb or whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect for them to show that much support. So I was just like, yo, that, you know. That.
All right, WRAP is the real once again. Les is about to bounce. Before we do, Noreaga Tradgedy, you got to do your shout-out. Show some love to everybody out in Left Rack and all of that, Queensbridge. And, of course, the Capone. Do you think?
No doubt. Yo, the whole Queensbridge, the whole Iraq, you know what I'm saying? The God, Imam Thug, Agent 25, my seeds, Allah, you know what I'm saying? That's all I work with. Everybody else, if I ain't say your name, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know? One love.
Yo, everybody in Iraq, Castro, Mendoza, Mussolini, Outlaw, You know, Uncle Wise, Shanduna, everybody in LFC. For real.
Jamaica.
Hold up.
Oh, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
CNN banging.
Yo.
Get that album.
My man Capone, man, you know
No
how we
doubt.
gonna do. CNN will never stop, man.
No doubt.
For real.
Much love to you, Capone. The album's called The War Report.
War Report.
Single. Top of New York. Capone, Noreaga
Real.
Tradgedy. Let's get out of
LC.
here. Hop on. Bye, y'all.
2-5.